the origin of Lake Toba. In a valley in Sumatra, there lived a farmer named Toba. He was a very diligent farmer, but unfortunately, the results of his garden were not successful and he starved. Because he was hungry, Toba went fishing in the river. He waited so long that he was desperate. When Toba decided to go home, suddenly something pulled his bait. Toba was excited and pulled out his fishing rod.
Wow, there's a big fish.
Toba exclaimed. Sure enough, the tip of the hook caught a big fish with golden scales. Toba immediately brings the big fish to cook it home. When he arrived home, Toba was disappointed because the firewood had run out.
There is no firewood here. I did better go look for wood now.
Then, the fish was placed in the basin and Toba went to look the firewood in the field.
I will eat deliciously today.
Shouted Toba while carrying firewood to the back of his house. The fire had started to burn, but when Toba was about to take the fish, what a surprise he was! Because the fish had disappeared. What was there was actually pieces of gold money.
Where was my fish earlier? And whose gold is that?
However, when Toba opened the bedroom door, what a surprise he was! A tall, slender woman with long hair was combing her hair in front of the mirror.
Wow, how beautiful this woman is. Hey, who are you?
Toba asked. The woman turned around and Toba was even more amazed because he had never seen a woman as beautiful as her.
I am the incarnation of the fish you caught earlier, while the gold coins are my skills.
Toba was stunned. The woman smiled.
I was cursed by the gods to become a fish, but thanks to you, the curse disappeared. Let's go to the kitchen. I will cook you some food. You must be hungry.
Toba only obeyed when the woman took him to the kitchen. The woman quickly prepared food. Toba was very amazed by the woman's skills in the kitchen. He said to himself,
If only she were my wife.
Apparently, the woman called red Toba's heart's desirous.
I want to be your wife, but I have one condition,
said the woman. After Toba finished eating, Toba was very surprised to hear what she said.
Tell me what the conditions are.
If we get married later, don't ever bring up my origins as a fish. I will not bear the consequence if you violate it.
Toba agreed. For him, it was an easy condition. Toba and the woman finally get married. Toba increasingly worked hard in the fields to meet their daily needs. Then he was become pregnant. Toba was very happy. He couldn't wait for the birth of his child. Not long afterward, a baby boy was born. Toba gave him the name Samosir. Samosir grows up to be a very naughty and lazy child. His job is just playing around and wandering around. Toba is still trying to be patient with Samosir's behavior. When Toba works in the fields, Samosir never wants to deliver the food his wife has cooked. Finally, his wife herself delivered the food to Toba.
My wife, don't spoil our son Samosir too much. If he continues to be spoiled, he will only become more naughty.
Toba's wife smiled and said,
Be patient, Kanda. One day, Samosir will realize it.
I have been patient enough, honey, but that patience has its limits.
One day, Toba's wife persuades Samosir to take food to the fields for Toba. At first, Samosir didn't want to, but his mother kept persuading him. Finally, Samosir said,
Okay, Mom, later I will deliver this food to Dad.
but on the way, Samosir ended up playing with his friends. After playing, Samosir felt hungry.
I'm so hungry. I will just eat this food.
He ate the food that was supposed to be for his father. Samosir only left a little food. In the fields, Toba can't wait for the food that never comes. He was very hungry, especially since he didn't have time to eat breakfast this morning because he had a lot of work to do today.
In the distance, Samosir comes running.
Where have you been, Samosir? Father has been waiting for you for a long time.
Samosir didn't answer and immediately gave him a basket filled with food. How surprised Toba was, because he only found very little leftover food.
Samosir, you have eaten father's food. Yes, your behavior is out of bounds. You little fish, huh? Come here.
Toba's anger could no longer be contained. Without realizing it, he had said the taboos that his wife had previously required.
Toba hit Samosir until he cries loudly. Samosir ran towards home.
Mom.
When he got home, Samosir complained to his mother.
Mom. Father said I was a fish. It is true, Mom?
Toba's wife felt sad because Toba had broke up her origins. Then she told Samosir to run up to the hill.
Samosir, hurry up and run up the hill, son, before the flood comes.
Samosir appeared. Then immediately the sky was dark and lightning flashed. Toba's wife suddenly jumps into the flood water and immediately becomes a fish again. Toba, who was working in the fields, was shocked because suddenly the flood came.
Huh? What is that? Water? Huh? What is this?
He didn't have time to escape. Toba was swept away and drowned in the flood water.
Soon, the waters flooded the entire valley and only left the top of the hill in the middle. On that hill, Samosir hid. However, when the flood became a lake, Samosir became an island. That is why the lake was named Toba Lake. And the island in the middle was called Samosir Island. The end.